Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Sitting here out in the parking lot at Walmart. And it's beginning to add to the great number of snow that we got here in Minnesota. It's starting again. Anyway, I made a couple of notes, obviously, the thoughts that crossed my mind, things that's important to me. And it might be a little important to you. So I'd like to share it with you, if I may. It had basically would talk about government. I say that because we have a political party talking about we want small government or we want medium-sized government. Anything keep government from being too big. So we should ask ourselves, what is going on when we talk about stuff like that? Well, ask yourself, what truly is government? What is it? Government is a balance that allows all that exists to exist. You think about the heavenly bodies scattered everywhere. It got government. It operates in government. If there were no government, there'd be total chaos. Well, it wouldn't exist if there were no government. You see, we have people who are concerned about government for their own personal interests. You see, you hear me talking about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy, dreams coming true, and you actually living your dreams. You hear me talking about that all the time. You hear me talking about never having to worry about things that are survival requirements like food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation. I even said how you can access everything that's made by the hands of man, and that is by participating in the production of those things, and by being a participant in the production of these things that came from resources that were given freely by God to benefit those of you who put your hands to it. That makes you part owners of all the things that exist, so you don't have to pay anything. You've already paid as you a party for all of the people. This is about all of the people. This is not just about some folks. This is about all folks. All right. It's about all folks. And so this is why I keep talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, because when you start talking about big government and little government, let me tell you what little government is. The people that want little government are the people that want to rip you off. Those are the kind of people, you see, what's wrong with government? Government says that we got an order to maintain so this can work. We got an order to maintain so that this that we have decided upon will work. Now, who wouldn't want it to work? Who would not want it to work? Somebody that wants to exploit it, fuck it up, and benefit from it not working. What about you? So little government allows that to happen. It allows the trains in Ohio to be falling all off the tracks. Little government allows cars, parts to not work. Little government allows buildings to be violating certain kinds of codes that makes them no good. Little government. But big government protects you. That's what it is for. So you hear somebody start talking about little government, you can bet your last money they're trying to rip you off. But the true message of life is presented in such a way that there's no need to try to rip people off. If you got what you want, who are you trying to rip it off? Somebody say, well, even the person that started it had what they wanted. Had basically what they need, want, and desired. Well, they didn't have what they desired. They wanted more. They had everything they need. I put it this way. It's like you. You got food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, anything that is made by the hands of man, you can access it at your pleasure. And this kind of living allowed you to have peace, allowed you to have food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation. Did I say that? Well, whatever. It also allows you to live in peace and prosperity, being free, and all of those good things. This kind of living. Now, let's assume that everybody had this benefit. And all of a sudden, somebody says, this is not enough. I want more. Now, to have more, somebody's got to have less. So how do they do that? You tell them a lie. You deceive them. You con them. You take advantage of them. Like taking the land from the natives or turning people into slaves who thought they were finna come work for you and get paid. Now, the things that I talk to you about, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you that because this is what the power that I can't see but guides me, puts on me to say to you. That's what happens. Now, what I have said to you, you would think that there is not a white man in America that would say these kinds of things to you. Why won't they? Because America is not designed to do these kinds of things. And America was designed by white folks to do what white folks wanted. God is the one that was thinking about all people. So they rejected God's government. They rejected God's rules and regulations. They want them, but they rejected God's way of doing it and said that they could do it better because there were those that they were willing to take advantage of. And so we have the world that we're living in today. And as we have this chaos around the world, as we have this chaos in America, they're trying to act like they're trying to fix up something or repair something with these old chaotic ways that have been existing repetitiously all our lives. So what am I basically saying? I'm basically saying if you want something different, you got to do something different. And if you want what I've been talking to you about, you got to strive for that. You got to set up because I'm going there. And the people who empower you will say the same thing. I'm going there. And so, ladies and gentlemen, go back and check some of the videos. And you'll see the many, many ways and subject matters that have been used to highlight that path for you. I want to thank you. I got to get out of this parking lot. Talk to you later.